Testing, testing, testing. Hey there, besties. I know it's late. It's late. I was supposed to be on here earlier. It didn't work out. So I'm on here now because, child, this is going to be another one of those stories that just change and change and change. And you think it's one direction, it'll be a different direction. You think it's this direction, it'll be that direction. And the directions is going to be changing. So the fiance of child Ashley Robinson, Ashley Janae, whatever, has been arrested allegedly or talked to or held. Like, it's a little bit confusing. Some things it's he's arrested, but then they're saying they're just talking to him. Then they got the passport. He can't leave Africa. But then people were saying that he was on his channel, his crypto channel or something. Child, we got to do what we got to do. We got to figure it out. We got to take in all the information and figure it the F out. Shout out to Amanize. I see you. Shout out to Reaper to keep me informed on what's going on. Because, child, it is a lot. It is a LOTTT. Okay. Hey, boo, I see you. Thank y'all for being here. Late night, early morning, late night, middle of the day, in the afternoon. You just never know. Turn the notifications on. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you hype it up. Let's see what's going on. Let's figure it out because I ain't got all night. I don't know what y'all got. I ain't got all night. We'll go to the blogs first because, you know, the blogs give you all the good information, right? I don't know. We'll see. So it's on site, of course, because they always are on it. Them in the neighborhood talk. He was on social media talking crypto. Oh, so that's crazy. When? Because if he being held and he ain't got no passport, I mean, I guess if he got a laptop and a phone. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why we got to figure it out. I was looking on Twitter and there's somebody that's, of course, stole his name, a moniker. There's some picture that they had where he looked like he was crazy. Looked like he go into schools and SHOOTs, but that's a whole different live stream. Let me just see what they got going on here. So, according to its on site, they said Tanzanian authorities have confirmed that Joe McCann is still being questioned by police and his passport has been confiscated amid the investigation. All right, well, shout out to the Africans. Lord have mercy. New details from ABC News reveal that hotel staff were alerted to a disturbance described as a romantic conflict between the couple by other guests. Hotel staff separated them that night, moving McCann to a different villa about 8 to 10 minutes away. He could have been pissed about that, y'all. People knowing your business, right? Ashley was found unresponsive in her room about 2 to 3 hours later. Her mother told ABC News that McCann called her on April the 9th and said Ashley did something to herself and was being taken to the hospital and that she was stable. She died the same day. The family is now preparing to travel to Zanzibar themselves and is pushing for security footage from the hotel. A medical examination is still pending. They set up a crowd fund to help with the investigation and transport her body back to the United States. So I already went over that video with the GoFundMe. Find that video and the link is there if you all want to donate. Just making sure I give y'all the information. Can't nobody say I don't give y'all the information, okay? So Joseph is still over. What is his name? Joe? Joe is still over there. He cannot leave because they have his passport. So shout out to Reaper. I was watching this tether string where they were going through a what would it be? A news broadcast giving the update on this stuff. And of course it was Tether Talk. And so I didn't know what the hell they were saying. But the lady who was streaming, its friend kind of was saying what it meant, but it's too much. I don't have time. So we're going to figure it out from here. Yeah, I'm live. I just got home not too long ago. So I ate and now I'm like, all right, let's see what's going on. Because I've been trying to figure it out. It's a little bit confusing, I'm to say. So that's the blogs, right? We trust them, right? So then I found this article from the Tanzania Times. Shout out to the Tanzania Times. We got the New York Times. They got the Tanzania Times. Now, it says this was updated as of April the 14th. I would think that they are April the 15th, but I don't know what time because it doesn't have a time for it, okay? It says Ashley Robinson's boyfriend, Joe McCann, arrested over her death. U.S. Embassy sends coroner in Zanzibar for autopsy. All right. So this news article looks a little weird. Oh, okay, good. All right, there we go. I moved it over. It's a little off-centered, but oh no, it says Wednesday, April the 15th. All right, well that makes sense because it should already be Wednesday in Africa, right? All right. So it says up here Wednesday, April the 15th, but this article must have been last updated on April the 14th. That makes more sense. So the police in Zanzibar insist that the American fashionist and social media influencer Ashley Robinson committed self-deletion by way of, from the hotel room wardrobe. From the hotel room wardrobe. Does the wardrobe mean the bathroom in other places that's not the United States of America? Is that what that means? The hotel room wardrobe. You know how they have different names for bathrooms and outhouses? Is it called wardrobe over there? But her boyfriend, Joe McCann, is currently being held by the police in Zanzibar to assist with the investigations. His passport has also been seized. Joe is a cryptocurrency dealer back in the United States. So he could have his computer. I always have my computer with me. So he could be on there doing trades. But, I feel that's a little weird. You just took this whole vacation with your fiance. You had planned on proposing to her. You proposed to her. The line was tired. Y'all was doing a lot of filming, I know. Now all of a sudden, y'all got to be separated. She ain't here no more. And you go do some crypto. That's weird to me. But what do I know? Oh, wardrobe means closet. Okay. Thank you so much. What is it? Catania's mom. Thank you, boo. So wardrobe is the closet. Ugh. Lord help your people. Ashley, a holder of the U.S. passport number. Damn, they giving out her passport number. They don't give a damn. Is reported to have tried to take her own life shortly after the Zuri Zanzibar Hotel and Hotel Management separated the lady from her boyfriend following a major fight between the two. So this is a major fight. We already heard that they was already fighting. This says major. Why are you having a major fight when you just got engaged? Why are you having a major fight when this is the man of your dreams? He got all the money. He got all the time in the world, clearly, for y'all to go to Africa. He probably giving you the good stuff. Why would you be fighting like a major fight where people got to come in? Like the hotel staff got to come in. The guests are complaining. You should be happier than a pig in shit. Everybody should be happy. Everybody should be happy. Y'all out here fighting in another country that other people got to come out there. That don't sound right to me, child. Ashley booked into the Zuri Zanzibar Hotel at Nungwi Beach on the 4th of April, 2026, accompanied by her boyfriend, the 48-year-old Joseph Isak McCann. So listen to this sentence, y'all. It says, Ashley booked into the Zuri Zanzibar Hotel at Nungwi Beach on the 4th of April 26, accompanied by her boyfriend, Joseph, I guess it's Isaac McCann. So it sounds like she the one that was planning the trip, paid for the trip, allegedly. It's in her name. What if I'm booking a trip, obviously I'm gonna put it in my name, right? You gotta have the credit card match your ass, right? Did I not say that, everybody on the internet be lying? Everybody on the internet be lying, child. Some of this stuff will come out. It don't sound right to me. Let me not say right. That's not the right word. It sounds suspicious. Let's say I sound suspicious. Like, what if she was footing the whole everything and what he was doing was just lying about everything that he has? I'm just saying. Daniel, that's what it sounds like. When I read that sentence, that's what I hear. Ashley booked into the Zuri Zanzibar Hotel at Nungwi Beach on the 4th of April, 2026, accompanied. So he tag along. Yeah, he with me. You know what I'm saying? by her boyfriend, the 48-year-old Joseph Isaac McCann. It's not like we haven't seen this before, y'all. We've seen this before, and the first one that comes to mind is that Rose and the white guy situation. I don't know his name, where she was taking care of everything, but they was making it seem like he was taking care of everything. And if we're being honest, typically with these divestiture relationships, and the white man is this and the white man is that and the white man is this and the white man is that, he's usually not. But he has to be made to seem as such. This is what I've seen. Okay. Thank you, Reaper. He said his company lost $100 million. His company lost $100 million last year. Woo! Lord help your people. It all will come out in the wash, y'all. Will all come out in the wash. The director of criminal investigations in the Isles, DCP Zuberi, or however you say that name, said the U.S. couple were intending to stay at the beach hotel for 7 days and depart Zanzibar on the 10th of April, 2026, which was only 4 days ago, which I think was Saturday. Except the tragedy struck on the night of Wednesday, the 8th, so last week of April, when reports claimed that Ashley used a nightgown belt to self-delete herself from the top of the wardrobe. Shout out to Cantonia's mom. She said that's what wardrobe meant. So she used a nightgown. Why would a woman at the top of her game, at the top of her career, over in the motherland, with the man of her dreams, just getting engaged, staying a week or so in Africa, go self-delete? Why would she go self-delete? Child, that sounds crazy. None of it makes any sense. Now, what I do believe, as we continue to hear, is that this shit was all fake. The way that it looks, everything is recorded, everything is like edited, everything is professionally done. Why do you need to make this look like your life? And why do women think that shit is true? It was, child, her edits are better than her production and edits are better than a episode of Love and Hip Hop, child. That production and everything is better than a Love and Hip Hop episode. This is crazy. Previously, the two shared a single, hut number 25 at the Zuri Hotel. And when they picked up a fight, their neighbor in the next room, 24, complained to management about the chaos in their room. Y'all, come on. You trying to tell me that you went on vacation all the way on the other side of the world to fight? So much so that the neighbors heard your name, and not in a good way. That the neighbors had to call down and y'all had to be separated from rooms? Chaos. They said chaos in that room, yeah. The Zuri Hotel management decided to separate the two, taking Joe McCann to another hut number 65, which is well a ways away, it sounds like, from 25, one would think, right? Oh, it says, which was further away from the ladies' abode, yeah. Later, a hotel attendant went around for inspections and found Ashley looking for a phone charger, and the hotel worker secured one for her. She then told the attendant to return after 15 minutes. When the hotel worker eventually went back to Ashley's room, the doors were locked and lights off. Using spare keys, the attendant opened the door. At that moment, Ashley dropped from where she was being suspended. So she asked the attendant to come back in 15 minutes so that they could see her deceased. This sounded a little weird to me. Let me read that again. So a hotel attendant went around for inspections and found Ashley looking for a phone charger, and the hotel worker got her one. Here you go, girl. She then told the attendant to return after 15 minutes. Why? Why? That don't make no sense. Come back in 15 minutes, boo. What was going on, yeah? What was going on? When the hotel worker eventually went back to Ashley's room, the doors were locked and the lights are off. So if I'm in a hotel, yeah, and just say I did say, child, come on to my hotel room. Girl, you want to come to my hotel? And I need to see you in 15 minutes. Thanks for getting me the phone charger. When you come back and the door is locked and secured, don't bring your ass in there. Don't bring your ass in there. Because if that's the case, then she technically should only have been potentially deceased for 15 minutes, not the 11 hours. Something don't make no damn sense. Allegedly, she was away for 11 hours, and maybe she was just away from Jim, whatever his name is. And then when he finally went looking for her, maybe it was the next day, 11 hours later. But why was this attendant coming back to her? He already gave the damn plug. So she's just like, oh, come back to my room in 15 minutes. And then he went in there, and then he saw her. The attendant rushed to seek help, and when the American lady was untied from the nook, she was still breathing, though unconscious. So she was still alive. Well, I guess that would kind of make sense, because she only had about 15 minutes to be up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be as nice as possible. So she said, come back in 15 minutes. He came back in about 15 minutes, made his way on in there. So maybe it wasn't that long. So it kind of would make sense from that perspective, but none of this makes sense. But I'm just talking through it. Oh, you know what? Kennard got a point. Maybe it is somebody else. Maybe it is somebody else. But this don't make no sense. No, Kyra, it don't sound like it makes sense. Yeah, well, if it's a short time, so if he was supposed to come back in 15 minutes and say she got herself together for 10 minutes and did the thing, allegedly, right? She still could potentially be breathing. She was unconscious. She was just still breathing, so she wasn't deceased yet. Ashley was rushed to a hospital where she reportedly died after 2 days. Oh, she was alive for 2 days, y'all. New information. The embassy in Dar es Salaam has already dispatched a coroner to the Isles to assist in the autopsy of Ashley Robinson. So the U.S. Embassy is already gone over there or doing whatever they do over there. Meanwhile, the parents of the popular online content creator from the U.S. who died in Zanzibar and under mysterious circumstances plan to travel to Tanzania to start their own investigation on the tragic incident. Okay. The CBS News interviewed Yolanda Andres, the mother of the deceased lady influencer, Ashley Robinson, regarding what they planned next. Okay. So the mom and the dad are not together. So when we looked at that interview the other day, I'm like, these two, they not together. They don't look like they together. So they're not together. Keep that in mind. Ashley was at her happiest moment, then all of a sudden she was dead. We are not buying the self-deletion tale, said Yolanda. Together with Harry Robinson, Ashley's father, Ms. Andres wants to take matters on own hands and investigating what exactly could have happened to their daughter in Tanzania. The vacation in Tanzania was supposed to be Ashley's trip of a lifetime, which makes it even worse. So this is your trip of a lifetime. You got your fiance of a lifetime. You got engaged of a lifetime. That lion was with y'all for as long as he could take it for a lifetime. And then you turned around and self-deleted? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's supposed to be her trip of a lifetime, celebrating her 31st birthday, topped with a surprise engagement from her lover, Joe McCann, the director of crypto firm McCann Asymmetric, who until now is not issuing any statement. The company said, our name is Bennett and we ain't in it. From the photos that are circulating online showing the couple hugging wildlife, it seems the lovebirds had previously toured other parts of the mainland, Tanzania, before going to the Isles. Then it suddenly turned into a nightmare. The report about the incident reached Ashley's parents 11 hours after it happened. Okay, well, maybe that's the 11 hours, but there's also a time difference. I don't know if they're calculating that. We got to, remember stuff like this. Human Rights intervenes. As the story of Ashley Janae's death in Zanzibar continues to gain global traction, the HRA has today issued a formal call on the government of Tanzania to order an independent investigation into the circumstances of her passing. The HRA, chaired by Saad Kassis Mohammed, is simultaneously urging the United States State Department to engage directly with Tanzanian authorities on behalf of Ms. Robinson's family. As of today, no official cause of death No official cause of death has been established. No autopsy or toxicology results have been made public, and no charges have been filed. The HRA's position is ambiguous. Where the cause of death of a foreign national is disputed by her own family, the host government's obligation to investigate transparently is not discretionary. All right. So in other words, they're going up there to raise holy hell, which of course that makes sense. And the United States Embassy or whatever is getting involved. All right. But allegedly he's been arrested. I'm not sure if we can, put too much stock into that. But he's definitely still over there. He's still over there for sure. All right. So let's see what Philly has to say. Shout out to Fox 29. This is as of 4 hours ago. It says influencer Ashley Janae's death in Zanzibar. Everything that we know. Let's see what they know, Cha.
Developing growing questions tonight surrounding the death of a lifestyle influencer from New Jersey found dead while on vacation in Zanzibar just days after her engagement. And Shayna, the family is desperate for answers, understandably here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashley Robinson, known as Ashley Janae on Instagram, was just on a 31st birthday trip with her boyfriend turned fiance. And of course, by all accounts, it was a beautiful fairy tale that quickly turned into a nightmare. Initial reports claiming that the influencer took her own life, which is something the family simply says couldn't be true when they're looking for answers. Beloved social media influencer Ashley Robinson with a mass following.
Did anyone here, or if you're on a replay, know this person? Because they're saying she was pop. Shout out to Switchblade. Hat is on its way, boo. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Did anybody know who this woman was before this happened? Yoler.
Of over 120,000 followers died suddenly during a birthday trip to Zanzibar, Tanzania. The 31-year-old with roots in South Jersey was on a romantic trip with her boyfriend turned fiance.
Ashley was really a beacon of light. She was a very happy-go-lucky girl. She was very excited to go on this birthday trip, which of course later turned into a proposal.
The couple seen in one of her final posts on Instagram with fiance Joe McCann popping the question. The fairy tale story, though, quickly.
Yes, make sure we get that put up on the Instagram page. Yeah, make sure we get that put up on the Instagram page. I'm telling you, it's performative. I believe that half of the shit that she put up is not even true.
Becoming a nightmare for her family back in the Delaware Valley, receiving the worst news a parent can receive.
The family is demanding answers on their daughter's deaths.
Fox 29 caught up with TMZ's Charlie Neff, who sat down with the social media star's family.
This is in light of local police in Zanzibar claiming that their initial report said that Ashley took her own life.
And FYI, this girl has pieces put into her hair. So kind of like a wig. Just want to make sure I let y'all know.
While on a birthday trip in Zanzibar. And the parents are saying that is not the Ashley we know. She is not one that would do something like that and harm herself.
Neff telling Fox 29 initial reports indicated there was an argument between the couple just hours after this engagement post.
Just hours after the engagement post is when they had the big blowout that the neighbors had to call the front desk to say, do something about this. I'm trying to sleep. Do something about this. I'm trying to sleep. Just hours after the proposal, y'all. Listen, sometimes people got to keep up with the... You know who else was a mess.com? That Sally and that white girl. That Sally, the African tether that got taken on up out of here by the white girl with the blonde hair. They was fighting like cats and dogs, but they out here in front of everybody trying to make it seem like they was making it last forever. Child, people be lying, okay? That girl was beating him up in the elevator and other times. It just wasn't caught on camera. Remember the friends was telling all the business finally? They just be doing this shit in front of the camera because that's how they make their money. Having y'all, not y'all, be jealous of their life because you know you want it. That's what was going on, allegedly, but I'm pretty sure. And that's what's going on with most of them. The shit be lies. So of course they're going to argue hours afterwards because they wasn't getting along. They probably started, dating initially. But it was probably, listen, we're going to have to go ahead and move this forward, and you're going to have to engage with me, and I'll have the photographer there, and the lion, you know, we only got about 3 takes with him, so we got to get it done well. And I'll buy the ring, just like I got the hotel room, and you can come along, and blah, blah, blah. Come on, y'all. Allegedly, but we got to listen to our context clues.
Police also did indicate that there was some kind of argument that transpired between Joseph and Ashley, where they both had to be separated in a hotel. They had different rooms.
So they went from this to being separated in a hotel hours later. So they went from this to doing an all-out bang out, and not the good way, to having to be separated, and somebody had a call about what they was carrying on with in the room. Come on now. That don't make no sense. How many women here been proposed to and they was fighting hours later? Bueller? And they was fighting hours later. Child, after you went through all this, let's pause for a second, because a lot of people don't be thinking stuff through. You went through all this. You went all the way to Africa. You sat all on that plane. Remember, they recorded the plane too, with the shrugging of themselves and what they was doing and filming each other. Maybe I didn't show that to y'all, but they was doing all that, the shrugging. Everything was recorded. This is all performative. This shit is not real. Allegedly, I'm thinking that she said this is what we have to do in order to keep the followers up, to keep the women happy. Because child, who following her but a bunch of biatches? Gentlemen, any of y'all following her? Bueller? Any of y'all following her? Bueller? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you wasn't. I could be wrong, even though I know I'm not, but I could be wrong. Even though I'm not, but I could be. You know what I'm saying? So you went from this all up with your legs wrapped around them to arguing so bad that people had to come and knock on your damn door. Come on now.
And Ashley, where they both had to be separated in a hotel. They had different rooms. And then Joseph had claimed to the parents that she was found unconscious in her room.
Robinson's family claims their daughter's fiance called them back in the States.
They did get a call from Joseph when Ashley was first in the hospital, 11 hours after an incident happened. They said then, at that time, Joseph had explained to them that she was stable, seemed to be okay. And then the parents later got another phone call saying that she had passed.
Now more questions remain as her loved ones, her followers from miles away, want to know what happened to Ashley.
Now listen. First of all, they originally were in room 25, I think they said, 24, 25. And then they took her to room 65. I'm thinking that's a pretty big gap. You was far ways away. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. So in 15 minutes, because she was alive, we're going to go ahead and let's give it 20 minutes that it took the attendant to come back. So there's something that got to be looked at between the time of the 20 minutes since she got the charger and the attendant came back to the room. Now, would what's his name all the way down in 25 have time to run all the way down to 65 in order to do that up real quick and then run back to 25? I'm not absolving. I don't know. I just got questions. Did he have time to do all that? They was in separate rooms. They was in completely separate rooms. 25 to 65. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's different metrics over in Africa. It could be that.
Actually,
they claim they have not heard or spoken to Joseph since her passing, and they find it very, very odd. They told me that Ashley was very excited to go on this trip. She was a beacon of light. In no way did she ever...
Look at all this. Look at all this filming, y'all. This is straight. This is not even like me standing there. This is not like me standing there with the camera set up. Like when me and Trinidad was on the beach and he attacked me, you know, all he does is attack me. Clearly, y'all can see that. But did it look as good as all this? Hell no. Lighting was bad, dark as hell, camera falling. I'm just saying, look at all this.
From miles away want to know what happened to Ashley.
They claim they have not heard or spoken to Joseph since her passing.
Who is taking these pictures? Who? Who? Where's that person? They know something. Who is the person doing the filming? That's a question we need answers to. Who is the producer of all this?
And they find it very, very odd. They told me that Ashley was very excited to go on this trip. She was a beacon of...
Giraffe is eating her hair. They over there making out and shit. 10 minutes later, they arguing.
Light. In no way did she ever have any signs of mental health issues.
Look at this.
Now, I did speak to Ashley Robinson's mom over the phone today. She says the family is working diligently with getting in touch with the local officials in Tanzania and, of course, the embassy here to get things rolling. In terms of answers on this investigation, we are also told that they're demanding the footage from the hotel that she stayed at in Tanzania with hopes that they can retrace this young lady's footsteps. There is a GoFundMe that has been placed up on our website. Just head over to fox29.com. It's supposed to help the family with all the expenses they're going to need to make sure they can bring Ashley back home. Shiva.
And Shayna, just to be clear here, has the family heard from any authorities in Tanzania?
At this point, they have not heard from any authorities in Tanzania. The only contact in Tanzania that they've had thus far has been with the hotel at this point. So beyond that, they have not heard. They're working to get answers and connect with the embassy, the State Department, with hopes of kind of getting more. But right now, they are in the dark at this point. And also, to be clear here, there has not been an official cause of death released just yet. It's still under investigation.
All right, no official cause of death. Shout out to this lady here. She's cute. All right, so Prime said some African. Listen. We might have to reevaluate. Now, I don't think that this girl self-deleted. I certainly do not think that. However, there's some questions here now where maybe it wasn't Joe. If Joe down 25, she down in 65, and she asked the attendant to come back, why are we asking for the attendant to come back? I'm just asking questions. Why are we asking for the attendant to come back? And why did the attendant not just knock and then if she didn't answer, carry on their way? Why use your key and go on in there? What? Don't come up in my shit. Okay. Knock. If I don't answer, I see you when I see you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. This is just me thinking it through. We gotta list this out because, you know, people don't be thinking. Let me show y'all the Zuri Zanzibar Hotel and Resort, child. I'm about to go. Look at this. Nice. Look at this. Look, this kind of explains where they were and what they was doing. Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? The lion needs some counseling. He said, I need some extra pay. This is too much. He said, I don't want to do this no more. He quit. He quit. Let me stop. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. I would be in there all day, every day. This is what would keep me from gambling. This right effing here. Okay. I love that. Now, this look a little strange. I don't know. You're supposed to put something in the baskets. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? I'm a little confused. But this is, I guess, where you get food in the back. I'm just saying. You think it's $10,000 a night? It ain't cheap. But listen, he got all the money, remember? Even though Reaper said he lost $100 million last year and this hotel was in her name. She was accompanied by her boyfriend. Oh, yeah. I'd be there, too. Excuse me. Be at the bar, child. Be at the bar. I'm assuming it's hot in Tanzania. Y'all let me know. Breakfast. Nice. Just hang out here. Enjoy the rainforest, I guess. I don't know. Or come outside. See, this is what Jay should be doing. You should be utilizing this. You just got engaged. Y'all out here battling it out and shit. Oh, it's hot? Okay. Thanks for confirming. This is where y'all should be at. Or you should be in here playing billiards, reading a book. You certainly shouldn't be arguing. You shouldn't be having, you know, matches to the look at it. This is a jacuzzi. That's where I'm gonna be at. Ain't gonna be no arguing. We getting in the jacuzzi, child. I'm getting married too. I be in everybody's face. I'm getting married, like Charlotte did when she got engaged to Harry. Actually, when she got engaged to Trey too. But yeah, child, we ain't fighting. I'm telling you right now, we ain't gonna be no fighting. We gonna be in this pool right here, or you can sit there because I'll be in there. It's hot. I'm just saying. Eating on the beach, looking at the water. It's nothing to fight. What is there to fight about? What is there to fight about? Child, please. $10,000 a night. Let's just go ahead and go with $10,000 a night. Look at this view, child. It's like being in the Caribbean. Girl. I can think of several things more important to do than arguing. Okay, Blade said it earlier. Ain't gonna be no arguing. It's gonna be arguing over we gonna do it again or what? That'd be the only argument. Here, look at this, and it's hot, and it's like being in the Caribbean, and we among the ancestors. Okay. You could get in the hammock. You could be in the room. The door is still open. You could watch the sunset here. Ain't no way. This is a massaging thing, so you could come get a massage. This is probably still your own room. You ain't got to go nowhere. Look at this food. Looking healthy and shit. Exactly what I need. That's mango and watermelon. Oh, shout out to the racist ass watermelon. I'm feeling offended now, but I'm just saying they're looking all healthy and everything. Look at this. Probably a private beach that you could go out here and get in the water. It's just all water. Look at this. Look at this. Child, you crazy. Ain't no fighting. Ain't no fighting. You could go ride a bike. The sun is shining. You could relax. You could be drunk. Woo. Child, they up there. Look at the bathroom. Look at this. Look at these sinks or whatever. Yeah, sinks. The bathtub is outside. You see, oh shit. I'm about to be outside taking a bath. Look at this. Nice. Yeah, you're right, Miss Doc. It's probably $10,000 a night. She could afford it though. She can afford it. Look at that. Child, you crazy. This is the hot tub. Look at all the jets. Robes hanging there. We ain't fighting. Oh, look, you got the beads that separate you. Doors probably already open. Child, the bugs must be crazy here though. Child, y'all crazy. Something don't make no sense. Yeah, there are too many questions around here. Something just ain't right. Let's go to the news before we go to ODJ because O'Shea Duke Jackson made a video, but let's do this news story first from CBS Evening News. It says influencer known as Ashley Janae dies mysteriously in Tanzania days after her proposal, child.
Now to a growing mystery, the death of a lifestyle influencer, Ashley Robinson, better known online as Ashley Janae. Just days after popping the question overseas, her fiance is now being held in Zanzibar by investigators trying to figure out what happened. CBS Weekend News anchor Sharika Duncan spoke with the family and has new details. Sharika.
Yeah, good evening, Tony. Ashley Robinson was on the vacation of a lifetime. She was in Zanzibar, which is off the coast of Tanzania. She was there celebrating her 31st birthday. Her boyfriend of about a year and a half, Joe McCann, proposed to her on the trip, but last week something went terribly wrong. Police say Robinson was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to the hospital where she later died. Now, her parents tell me they received a call from McCann, the boyfriend, acknowledging that something had happened, but they say it was the resort where Robinson was staying that notified the family of their daughter's death.
Do you believe that Joe McCann had something to do with your daughter's death?
It's under investigation, and we don't know what went on.
It sounds like the dad said, yeah.
It's under investigation, and like we said, we just want transparency.
Today, investigators in Tanzania held a news conference where they said they are questioning McCann and they are holding his passport until the autopsy results are complete. And Tony, we did reach out to McCann and have not heard back.
Sharika Duncan, Sharika, thank you very much.
Oh. Right.
Now to a growing...
All right, that was quick. Let's see what O'Shea found out, child. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. It says Ashley Janae's... Oh, you spelled that name real wrong. Ashley Janae's fiance's dark past is worse than we thought. Oh, no.
Even taking care of some of these white men. And that's really unfortunate. But that's not all black women. especially if you're beautiful like Ashley Janae. By the time November 2025 came about, Ashley Janae was not dating just any white guy. She was dating a white guy that was really balling. And his name was Joe McCann. You see, anybody can fake it on YouTube or fake it on social media, but not Joe McCann. Joe McCann is the CEO of Asymmetric. Asymmetric is a company that has a dual vehicle structure. Number one, it operates as a venture capital fund, meaning that it invests in web fintech startups. But the second component of this company is that it's a liquid alpha fund, meaning that it trades and invests in cryptocurrencies. This made Asymmetric a really successful company, especially to investors. When you're a charismatic founder like Joe McCann, people are not just investing in Asymmetric, they're investing in you. Just like Elon Musk, whenever he comes up with a new company, people are not looking to invest in his new company. We're looking to invest in Elon Musk because we know that Elon Musk will make it happen. And in 2020,
that's kind of what they said about Joe. He's necessary for the company. He is the company. That's what I gathered from what we read like yesterday. So he's as important to his company as Elon is to everything that he's in charge of. So this man was probably on the come up. Not necessarily as big as Elon, but obviously he was good at whatever the hell it is that he did allegedly.
For Asymmetric was doing this.
This guy is a finance expert who runs the best performing hedge fund in the world over the last year and generated millions in crypto. So I asked him, what's wrong with the get rich quick stories we keep seeing? And here's what he said.
People want the easy button. So they search the internet and go, how do I become a crypto trader? That's awesome, but that's not actually going to make you a really good trader. And so the media also loves to highlight these types of things. So somebody's like, meet the kid who put $800 into WIF and made $2 million. That's a lottery ticket.
Joe McCann was running one of the best crypto funds on planet Earth for 2025. He was investing in coins such as Solana and Bitcoin, and he was on top of his game. And when you're on top of your game in the investing world, you get into more doors, you get into more rooms, and more people want to be a part of what you got, especially the clout. When you're managing people's money, let's say, for example, if you have like $100 million invested, well, if you're managing the fund, you can take 3 to 5% of the fee for yourself. And that is a lot of money. Now, Joe McCann was a guy who majored in philosophy at Portland State, and he pretty much taught himself all of this stuff. So to go from a philosophy major to making $5 million a year at least is something incredible. So Ashley Janae had the right guy, or did she? Now, again, it's still 2025, and Joe McCann is with this much younger, beautiful black woman going all across the world. They're in the United States, they're in Mexico, they're everywhere. But there's just a problem. Joe's company, Asymmetric, is not doing well. You see, 2020.
The company is not doing well.
2024 was different, but 2025, parts of the cryptocurrency market were crashing, especially the coin Solana. And he went from making a bunch of profits to losing almost $100 million. He would appear on this podcast called Kyle Chassis Crypto and talk about the mistakes he made with his portfolio for his clients.
2025, every single narrative failed for Bitcoin. And I got caught up in that. I think a lot of fund managers got caught up in that. And a lot of just retail investors got caught up in that. And
Child, you are drinking right out of the carafe. What in the hell? Ghetto.
And the narratives that had worked prior to Bitcoin just flat out didn't work.
But wait, there's more.
And that was 2025 for Bitcoin. So I look at it like this asset and the asset class is now mature enough where I don't want to say it's boring, but the narratives that pushed the price of Bitcoin previously just don't work anymore.
He can't really tell the entire story, but what he's talking about is, listen, I made the same mistake that many other fund managers did, and we messed up. We lost a lot of money. The stuff that worked last year in 2024 simply did not work this year. Basically, what he did was he misread the maturity of the market, which led him to being caught off sides and suffering the major losses his fund experienced. And his fund lost a lot of money, a whopping $100 million. Joe McCann was broke.
Ooh! Ooh! Hold on a second.
This year. Basically, what he did was he misread the maturity of the market, which led him to being caught off sides and suffering the major losses his fund experienced. And his fund lost a lot of money, a whopping $100 million.
He lost $100 million. Wow. 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 No wonder she checked into the hotel and he accompanied her, allegedly. If you're not going to look at everything, then you would miss all this. So do you think that all the people that followed her, all her followers, them bunch of biatches, come on, y'all, we already know. You think that they was looking at what he was doing? They was just like, oh, he got all the money. Oh my God. He's better than you, crusty, dusty, musty, rusty, ashy ass bums. You know that's what they were saying. They was just all mesmerized by his bald head. He kind of got a kazoo head. They was like, look, our girl got on the come up. She got how many, making all this money. You go, girl. Yes, sis, go, sis. Yes, sis, go, sis. You already know that's what it was. Y'all already know that's what it was. She doing the damn thing. See, white men do it better, child. White men do it better, child. They can't even tell the truth when some shit goes wrong. Because something always goes wrong. This is the problem with this generation that thinks that everything that they see on the damn internet is the truth. First of all, nobody is happy 100% of the time. First and foremost, life don't work that way. Second of all, there's always a problem, an issue, and something that you gotta resolve, problem solve, or whatever the case may be. So that's usually when the biatches be like, I'm not happy. Shout out to CGA. Then y'all be divorcing people, leaving people. Then you be over there making shit hard on yourself because you don't know how to problem solve. You don't know how to work through anything with anyone. You can't even work through an issue or problem. You think it's just supposed to always go your way. This is amazing. You think that you have all the answers. You think that you know best. Okay? And that's how you end up alone. So you know best by your damn self, right? Okay. So there's no way that Ashley could let allegedly, excuse me. There's no way that she could let people know that her wonderful white man with the kazoo head lost $100 million. In other words, allegedly, probably, allegedly, but most likely, but allegedly broke $100 million. He is not Elon Musk. He is not. That's tough. And any other time, what would happen? Yeah. If it was one of you sassy straights, what would happen if you went and lost $100 million? You think she's staying with your ass? You think she's staying with your ass? She's leaving your ass. You heard? She not only she leaving your ass, she taking your kids, and she still won $100 million from your ass. Figure it out, nigga. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Kazoo. Baby, it's okay. I mean, you better figure it the fuck out, but we don't need to tell nobody, child. I'm gonna have to go ahead and carry the loads. I gotta make this content because I'm an influencer and I need to influence these dummies to give me their money and watch me. Okay? And that's what they was doing. And that's why you got all this performative shit before this even came up, y'all. What was I saying? This shit is performative. It's not real. Who of us walks around with someone videotaping us, Bueller? Who? Even if I have the camera on, it don't look that good. I ain't no producer like that. I ain't got no lions yawning, saying that this is slave work. I need the rest of the night off. No. Performative. Everything is just a scene, and another scene, and another scene, and another scene. And these biatches don't even realize it. Playing in their face, child. Playing in their face. $100 million. That's why she went into the room. Or had the room in her name. Allegedly. But probably. But allegedly.
Joe McCann was broke.
Damn.
Now imagine this video was just less than 3 weeks ago. Joe has saw that his fund had 80% wipeout year to date, which is terrible. This is typically a terminal event for any fund manager's reputation.
I was about to say, even though, he probably still had other money, you get a wipeout like that, you're still broke, or it's an issue because you still have the same bills that you did beforehand, and you still have the same responsibilities beforehand. But there are things that certain biatches don't know about money, and that the show don't just continue to go on the way that it was. Something got to change because something got to give. He's probably stressed the fuck out. Let's put this together, y'all. This is what we do. We sussing it out. He just lost $100 million. He was like, bitch, you think I want to go to Africa? I can't afford that shit. I got to sit here and I got to figure out how to get this work done. I got to make this money back. Probably why y'all said that he was online 2 days later, y'all. Allegedly. Oh no, we gonna have to do this because what we not gonna do is have me go on my birthday all by myself and I'm gonna go get this ring and you gonna propose to me and we gonna get that lion to do some work. Okay, but I got to still do my work because I got to make the money back. Fine. We got to make the money here. This is what we got to do. We got Pedro over here working for pennies. He going to be our videographer and our editor. And we got to hire all these animals. We'll make the money back. Now you figured the fuck out. I'm giving you 6 weeks. Get it together. Allegedly. This is how I think the conversation went. That's what I think.
He had a plan. He was about to pivot into a massive new project called Accelerate. This is another altcoin or cryptocurrency coin treasury company that he was trying to raise $1.51 million to move away from this failing hedge fund by late 2024.
Oh, so he was working on it. He was working on it. Look at that. He was trying to, shout out to Joe. Joe was trying to figure it all out. Joe was working to make things right. Joe was doing what he was supposed to do. Allegedly, but it sounds like it. But allegedly, okay? Child, blame O'Shea for this information, child. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson.
That deal was canceled from institutional investors because they backed out because of the performance and red flags surrounding Asymmetric's losses.
Oh, no. They said, they looked at his portfolio and they said, nigga, what happened right here? Child, we ain't giving you no money because, child, you clearly don't know what you're doing. He tried, child. He tried. Anyway.
Remember Iggy Azalea came on Ashley Janae's post and she was commenting RIP. Now, the same Iggy Azalea, the singer, even came and said this. He was discovered to have questionable business practices and everyone that I know stopped doing business with him in 2024.
Oh, he was in there with the famous people? And he was in with the famous people? All right, so Iggy's name is the new classic. That's incorrect. I have never been a client of Joe's. He has never managed any of my investments. I worked with him briefly as he advised on a board for a separate company unrelated to Asymmetric. I also sat that board on. Girl, get this English together. He was discovered to have questionable business practices, and everyone I know stopped doing business with him in 2024. People had questions about how he ran his company Asymmetric. I'm here just like you after hearing this news today. The whole story is wild. May she rest in peace. That don't bode well for Joe. So Joe was going down. Sounds like he needs some money, child.
People had questions about how he ran his company Asymmetric. Woo! Let's fast forward. Now it's April 2026, but Joe McCann is pretty much broke. His fund is losing a lot of money. And
OJ is saying the same thing that we thought. Nigga, you ain't got no money. You lose 100,000. I mean, 100 million, my bad. You ain't got no money. You're still going to go on this trip and you're still going to figure it out. And we're still going to go ahead and get engaged because this is what we have to show the world. Allegedly.
This chick, Ashley Janae, is bragging about this white guy who was on top of the world in 2024. But in 2025, he doesn't have a whole lot of money. But the guy is spending a lot of money. But why is he spending so much money on Ashley Janae taking these trips when he really doesn't have it? Well, Joe McCann had to keep being the man. He had to look like he still had money because remember, people were not investing in Asymmetric or Accelerate. They're investing into him. So if he stops,
child, he was gaining weight too, child. He was gaining weight.
Looking like a winner, then investors panic and then they pull out their money and then the fund goes down even more. He also needed to leverage for the next pivot, and having a beautiful young lady like Ashley Janae was the issue. He needed to maintain social capital with Ashley. Now, he may not have loved Ashley, and we're going to find out that he didn't, but this is what he was doing. His brand.
Wait, did he say he didn't love her? Hold up. O'Shea. Poor lion. We need a name for the lion.
He pull out the
Lion King
money, and then the fund goes down even more. He also needed to leverage for the next pivot, and having a beautiful young lady like Ashley Janae was the issue. He needed to maintain social capital with Ashley. Now, he may not have loved Ashley, and we're going to find out that he didn't, but this.
Damn, O'Shea said that he didn't love Ashley. Oh, no. O'Shea said that. All right.
This is what he was doing. His brand was built on being the wealthy benefactor fiance. That's what he was doing. But then here is the terrible part. Joe McCann and Ashley Janae got to Tanzania around April 4th, at least from what I seen. Okay. She posted on April 5th. That's the last time we heard from her. We didn't hear from her on April 6th, April 7th, April 8th, April 9th, April 10th, April 11th, April 12th. But we do see that while this girl is missing and most likely dead, what do we see Joe McCann doing?
What?
Yeah, Joe McCann is literally on X trying to find new people to invest into his stuff. Not worried about his deceased fiance or girlfriend. Let's look at this.
Wow. Child, shout out to O'Shea. Shout out to O'Shea. Whew, Lord help your people. Can I get some tears, child? Can I get 24 hours of tears and crying or something? Wow. I mean, I'm not surprised, but damn, can you make it stick? Can you make it look like something?
McCann doing?
What?
Yeah, Joe McCann is literally on X trying to find new people to invest into his stuff.
Of course.
Not worried about his deceased fiance or girlfriend. Let's look at this. April the 7th. We most likely believe that she's dead. He says this. The top 30 most in-demand startup secondary shares in Q1 2026. No surprise, AI and defense techs are at the top of the list. It's interesting. He's not talking about his girlfriend at all, is he? Another success story from a normie. I mean, this is another post on April the 8th. Again, nobody knows from his girlfriend. He hasn't reported her murder yet. He is posting about the murder. April 6th, narrative violation. Remember, she doesn't post on April 6th. Nobody's heard from her, but he's posting online. Look at this. Okay, hear me out. Let's divide a country where one half is socialist and the other half is capitalist, although we don't know where the full half of his black girlfriend is. And we hear this. The word expert in media has come to mean pundit with Davos liberal talking points. Bullseye, April 6th. Nobody heard from her that day. He reposted, I have never been so bullish on the United States of America. I mean, he's real active. Silicon Valley is long the right tail. Wall Street is long the left tail. Now, imagine this. His fiance is missing or deceased or dead. And Joe McCann doesn't care anything about her. Guys, he's on X talking about cryptocurrencies, AI, and everything else. Completely not caring about this young lady at all. But then people...
Are we surprised? Are we surprised? Red Star, thank you, boo. He said they fell in love when the money was up. I don't think they was in love. I'm telling you, I think this is it was all a dream. So we wrote up magazine. Okay. It's for the internet. It is performative. Not saying they didn't start off that way, because I'm sure you can take it. If you're dealing with a man with $100 million, I'm sure you could take it. But this would explain, honestly, in my opinion, this would explain the blow up, drawn out, dragged out fight where they had to be separated in different villas that the neighbors had to call. To the front desk. They had to come and separate and put them in different villas. $100 million gonna stress you the fuck out, yeah. Child, if I lose 100, I'm gonna be stressed out. Imagine $100 million. Yeah, stressed the fuck out. Yeah, I'm sure they was fighting. I'm sure. What are we supposed to do? I need to have $100 million wedding and you don't have $100 million. Allegedly. I'm supposed to have a $2 million wedding and you don't even have $2 million. Allegedly. I'm the one that's going to have to carry the load. I'm the one that's going to have to do all this work. I knew you would F it up. You're a bum, kazoo. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Then it turned into a bigger thing, yeah? Allegedly. But again, that would make more sense than to just think that these people did all this work to get onto the other side of the world in order to get engaged. And then later that night, they was fighting like cats and dogs and they had to be separated. This shit was fake. In my opinion, allegedly. This shit was fake. Shout out to Ms. A.B. Thank you, hun. She said, people are vicious. No tears for either of them. Listen, he over here, he got to make that money back. He said, where does the money reside? He said, oh yeah, I'm going to figure it out.
I'm asked, what the what? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside? And that's on who? Man had a little lamb. Okay.
Child, he had to get back up. Let me say something, white people. Don't be mad, because it is what it is. All right. You be mad, be glad, be mad at me. Everybody else mad at me. So what's one more person, right? When white people lose money, they go crazy. Okay, like they like, oh my God. Okay. I'm just saying. Now, black people be upset when they lose money, right? But child, for the most part, black people used to losing money. So they're like, oh, fuck, we got to do something else. We got to do it again. Listen, I'm not saying that some of us ain't crazy, right? But y'all white people, y'all be jumping off of curbs and shit when you lose money. We just be like, oh my God, I got to go back to the hood. Remember the basketball player that used to make $55 million, and I'm making that up. And then he went back to the projects. It's not funny. He went back to the projects and he was like, oh, that's the way that it is. What do you want me to do? Right? I would be like, oh my God. That'd be me. But it was just like, listen, you and a man and a white man. Can you imagine having to go back to your white friends and pull up in a Honda? Y'all can't take that type of stuff. I'm just saying. Women, probably all women, they be mad, of course, but you know, they will gotta figure it out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even though when some of the white women, y'all don't know how to handle it either, because y'all done been used to having money for the most part. So y'all be jumping off of curbs and shit. Because I'm telling you, if they took away OF, we're gonna see some people jumping off of the curb. Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. Jumping off of the curb. Because it takes a long time to get your following up and get that money up and all that type of stuff. And now you got to start all over. And you got this loss of $100 million. Child, it is not $100,000, y'all. It's $100 million. $100 million. Who's gonna trust him with their money? Y'all, it's over. Who? Y'all, if you have a 401 or stocks and bonds that's managed by people, would you want your shit to be managed by someone that lost $100 million? I'm thinking no. He's done in this field. He's done in this field. That's why they're arguing. Allegedly, that's why they're arguing. She want him to get the money back because she don't want to carry it all. Plus, there's the facade that he's the breadwinner and he ain't gonna get no more jobs because he lost $100 million and everyone in his daggone circle knows it. That guy he was talking to on the interview probably know it. I don't know it because that's not my thing. But everybody know it. That's in that field. The cryptocurrency people, okay? The financial people. Who gonna let him borrow money? Nobody. Nobody. That's stressful. You gonna have to start eating at Applebee's. I get it. You gonna have to start eating at Chili's. Oh, the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, you know you can't do that. When you used to go to Mastro Castro's and Pastros, she not gonna imagine him saying to her, just let's play this out for a second. Baby, I love you, girl. I know you're going to stick by me and we'll get through this and I'll do whatever you want. She's going to be like, excuse me, you better find that money or we're going to be done. But you're going to keep doing this content with me until I can figure out a way to get your ass all up out of my life and my algorithm. Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know these people. This is just me being goofy. But if we go by what women typically do, she wasn't going to go through with all this, or it was just going to continue to be performative. It's going to continue to be performative. Shout out to Death the Reaper for 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to everyone that is a member. If you did get a membership, please make sure you thank Death the Reaper. Thank you so much as always for supporting the channel and helping out with all of the memberships. Let me go ahead and update this daggone banner. Appreciate you as always. 20 memberships. Thank you so much, boo. Thank you for everything that you do, child. Reaper be giving me the tea and the stories and everything else. He be doing the damn thing, child. Thank you so much for all your support. Always. Appreciate you. Y'all, make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Child, let's see what else is going on. Oh, shout out to Ms. AB. Apologize, boo. She says, tax deadline is tomorrow. Pay Uncle Sam. I'm going to be late. I'm already going to be late. But I don't owe, so it don't matter. I get to it by the end of the middle of next month. Anyway, I'll be busy. All right, come on.
Started coming onto his post on X after he shut down his Instagram accounts. What are they saying? Please, can we know exactly what happened, Mr. Man? Woo! Your wife just died, and you're on here talking about AI success stories? Oh,
ooh, they caught him too. Oh no, they caught him. They was calling that ass out.
Yeah, you definitely need to be investigated. That's crazy. Other person goes, you murdered your girlfriend and you're trying to twist it to self-deletion? You're not going to escape this. And after really doing the research on Joe McCann, I mean, this guy is a complete narcissist or sociopath. He never really cared about this lady in the first place. I don't know, they may have gotten into an argument or gotten into some level of a disagreement, and he took it out on her. I don't know if it was the pressures of losing all that money, but realistically, she was just a means to an end. He most likely deleted her and got rid of her and didn't even care about her life. He went on as if nothing had happened. And I want to talk to certain women in the community.
So, excuse me, listen, I don't know now. Listening to the fact that she asked the attendant to come back in 15 minutes. That is listen, if we think about OJ, while I don't think OJ did it, I always thought that OJ knew who did it, okay? He too old, he too feeble, and he can't work or move around like he did when he was, when he was playing football, okay? But I don't think Biggie here, he ain't fat, but, he ain't skinny as he was. He down in room 25, she down in room 65. How did he know that she told the attendant to come back in 15 minutes? And why is the attendant going into the room if the room was locked and dark, y'all? Why would you go in there? These are important questions. Now, listen, I'm not trying to absolve him. I'm just saying there's some questions to say there could be someone else. Okay.
That really want to date with men who can take you into nice places. They have this money. You got to be careful with a lot of guys, especially, the dudes who say they make money in crypto.
He was in the room with her. They were separated, though. They had said that they had to separate them, and then she came out there looking for a phone charger plug. The attendant gave her the phone charger plug, and then she said to come back in 15 minutes. That's how I heard it. Did I hear it wrong?
Make money in investments, and these guys can offer, these super lavish lives. People who are typically involved in stuff like this typically are involved in things that are very, very dangerous. In order for you to make this kind of money, you can't really care about people. You just can't. You have to really be willing to care about yourself. And typically people who make this kind of money want to offer you this lifestyle so fast, especially if you haven't done anything to earn it, it really means that it's dangerous. Like if a guy comes into your life within 6 or 7 months and he...
All right. I'm not... thanks, DJ. I got what I needed from you. How would who hear it? She asked, she was out of the room 65, looking for a charger. An attendant said, let me get you a charger, found her a charger, and then she said, come back in 15 minutes. He came back allegedly, he came back in 15 minutes. The room was locked, the lights were out. He used his key, the attendant, to get in there. That's why I'd be saying, why would you be using your key? If she's asleep, then she's asleep. Or the lights are out, the lights are out. Why are you going in there? I mean, to me, that don't make sense. Don't come in my room. Child, don't come in my room. But maybe it's just me. Wayne Lundy in the building. Thank you so much, boo. He said, Auntie, I went to drill at Fort Jackson, went to learning more with Fort Still, my unit in Fort Jackson called Black Lions. Get that white line out of here. What did we come up with a name? Should we call it Whitey? I don't know. Nala. Somebody said Nala earlier. Nala the Lion said, get me off of here. I'm sitting up here trying to live my life and they got me doing all these takes. Allegedly, okay? So I'm going to come and go over this. I'm going to tell y'all right now, people are not going to be happy. Viewer discretion is advised. All right? Viewer discretion is advised. So this is basically a call out divester channel here, which I saw it on Twitter. And then I'm like, oh, I know who this is. So I came and I found the video over here on the tube. So this is OL, 11,200 subscribers over here. And this was put up 2 days ago. It says divesting gone wrong. Allegedly, white man Joe McCann deleted soft life grifter Ashley Janae to death. Now, don't get mad at me. This is fair use. Fair use. We want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that don't sound like... Oh, you go, girl. Look at that outfit. You go, girl. I don't know if we want to play this music. Look at that. Oh, he's going to harm you. Get out. Oh, I've seen y'all talking in the comments about this stuff. Y'all sitting up here talking about black men tried to warn her. Allegedly. That is a black man, though.
Black man.
Okay. Why is it that black women only seem to have access to old grain, washed up white men? Oh no. Oh no. Who are not or no longer attractive. I kind of said that earlier, child, but that was, to each his own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I rarely see black women get in the prime 20s to early 30 white men. She responded, I'm happy where I'm at. Thanks for nothing, though. Oh, no. Oh, somebody said, is this your mother's boyfriend or your... Oh, no. Oh, no. Somebody asked, is this your mother's boyfriend or yours? I'm not playing the music, y'all. And trying to say that he was giving her this look. But you can pause stuff anywhere. So I won't look too much into that. I won't say too much about that. You could just pause something. I get the best pauses. Oh, let me see. All right.
Joe McCann accused of strangling popular soft life influencer Ashley Janney to death on her birthday. Now, I was the first to expose this, but was waiting for more information about this case. Lifestyle influencer Ashley Janney and her fiance Joe McCann celebrated her 31st birthday in Tanzania. He popped the...
Nala! We are rooting for you, Nala. We are rooting for you, girl.
Question on the trip at the Serval Wildlife Resort. She was living every soft life, prostitute, divestor's dream grift on social media.
Allegedly! The views of this content creator are not necessarily the views of me and us. Allegedly.
Now, reports are coming out from someone who claims to be close to her that she was found dead in her hotel room and her fiancé Joe McCann is claiming she hung herself. Her loved ones say something isn't right. It does seem odd that a person would commit such an act on vacation after an engagement, but again, this is a divestor we are seeing. Don't believe anything a divestor says on social media, especially one that makes a white man her whole personality.
Hardwood floors, soft life. So she was one of those soft life people. This was as of 3/29/26. I tell y'all, the rest of the real world don't be knowing about this shit that we know because we happen to be on the daggone internet, okay? Shout out to Wayne Lunday with 20 memberships. You guys are showing off tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and update the membership again. Thank you so much, Boo. You guys are too much. I appreciate you. Give me 1 second. That is 40 memberships tonight, y'all. Thank you both so much. I appreciate you. If you got a membership, actually, just thank both Wayne and Reaper. Shout out to both of them. Shout out to all the channel members. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I know it's late. You could be any daggone where you choose to be here. We trying to suss this out and see what's going on, because that's what we do around here. We look at everything and try to figure this shit out. Something just ain't right. So they were saying that she was of the soft life group. So with this caption right here, it looks like she is. We've been there. We know about that, right?
The irony of this post. Hardwood floors, soft life, which really means now, a hard casket, dirt and maggots, which is what's in store in the lower room. Now that her death has been exposed, so has the scammer been exposed. Allegedly, he was still married. This is from...
What? Pretty sure I got married legally. That's his post. Joe McCann, plus he had this crazy looking moniker up there, profile picture. What? Y'all, this is a rabbit hole.
2021. They got married in 2018, but had a wedding in 2021. And on his Twitter page in 2024, he also says he is married. Don't forget, he gotta use the "my wife is black" excuse. His wife clearly makes more money than him. Just look at this recent IG post. It is said his wife works for Google and he only started his scam company 4 years ago. His daughter is 3 years old. She also states that he did business with Iggy Azalea, but Iggy had to come on the post and clear up the rumors. She said he was questionable and everyone stopped doing business with him in 2024. Now, why does this matter, you may ask? He was flaunting a fake lifestyle on Instagram with a prostitute while he lost quite a bit of money in crypto, according...
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me go back to the wife. What in the hell is going on? What in the hell?
F has been exposed. So has the scammer been exposed. Allegedly, he was still married.
Okay, allegedly he was still married. Okay, I'm assuming she's mixed.
This is from
Her name is Shea J, or something. It looks like
2021. They got
she looking pretty white right here. Yep, Shay Jackson. This is July 1st, 2021 in Portland, Oregon. He all up in her grill.
Got married in 2018, but had a wedding in 2021. And on his Twitter page in 2024, he also says he is married. Don't forget, he gotta use the "my wife is black" excuse. His wife clearly makes more money than him. Just look at this.
Interracial dating is the new black. Is that racist? As racist as watermelon.
Oh, you're being a racist! Racist!
I need to get a picture of a watermelon and put it in my background. Maybe I'll use that as my background going forward.
Recent IG post. It is said his wife works for Google and he only started his scam company 4 years ago. His daughter is 3 years old. She also states that he did business with Iggy Azalea, but Iggy had to come on the post and clear up the rumors. She said he was questionable and everyone stopped doing business with him in 2024. Now, why does this matter, you may ask? He was flaunting a fake lifestyle on Instagram with a prostitute while he lost quite a bit of money in crypto, according to this comment on Reddit.
Well, outside of the prostitute, we already know all that to be true. Lord help your people. No, he placed a major short leverage trade against Ethereum last year, but it went against him and liquidated his whole fund. Lord help your people. Somebody said that's like gambling, doing this type of stuff.
He leveraged the trade against ETH last year in 2025, causing him to liquidate his whole fund. It lines up when you search his name in Google. Just shows you how much his life was fake and how much she was. It lines up when you search his name.
Joe McCann shuts down fund after 78% loss while pursuing $1 billion Solana raise. That's probably what they was arguing about, yeah. I'm telling you, you losing $100 million. We can't have this life no more. Allegedly.
In Google. Just shows you how much his life was fake and how much she was grifting on social media. But you might be asking, what is the backstory on her? Well, she is a lifetime member of the Divest crew. Looking through her past tweets.
Oh, we've seen this.
A sex worker claiming that black men are embarrassing the black community. The irony, but let's go through her Twitter history. Back in 2013, she made it known she loved white boys.
Yes.
Now watch the wordplay with this one. She
made it known that she likes white boys. Lord help your people. Well, that's obvious.
Says, you still only date white boys. Then she tried to lie and says no. But why would someone think she only dated white boys if this were not true? Actions speak louder than words.
Yes, I don't think anybody thinks that I date white boys. Shout out to the white men. No tea, no shade. I'm just saying. That's just something that no one would ever say to me. Shout out to Wayne Lundy with another 20. Thank you, boo. He said, love y'all. We all need to lock in. This is where we get honest reviews and we don't care about feelings. When we get rid of feelings, we get closer to the truth. Child, you already know. Thank you, boo. You know, there's going to be people that's not going to like it. They're going to get mad. That's why we got to go to all the things and get all the answers. We've confirmed a lot of things tonight, y'all. Especially the knockdown drag 'em. Now, there still might be somebody else, not just Joe, who may allegedly kinda know something. So we got to see if the Tanzanian government is going to say, who was taking the key and going into the room? But people got to be willing to hear all the stuff in order to get to the bottom of everything. Goodbye, sir. We have to hear everything to try to figure it out. We're bringing this all together. We're figuring out some things.
Then she says her white boyfriend is not lame. He is clearly a lame. Jump to 2016 and she confirms she has been dating white guys for as long as she can remember. And also note, no black men were involved in her life to where she was bullied or made fun of for her to chase white men. This is a personal choice she made. Let's not skip over a crucial part in this. Here she says her and her mom been fucking white men their whole lives.
Oh no. Now I have heard that. I haven't said anything because I haven't seen or heard anybody else say it about the fact that her mom was excuse me, swirling, interracially dating, whatever. But I did say that clearly her and the dad are not together after that interview. It's just, I was like, they're not together. I thought they were together. But then at the end, I was like, oh yeah, they not together. You could tell. But I didn't know that she was out here with her man as well.
And her mom was the one that encouraged her to be with a white man like her.
Woo.
Her mom been a personal choice she made. Let's not skip over a crucial part in this. Here she says her and her mom been fucking white men their whole lives, and her mom was the one that encouraged her to be with a white man like her.
This is her talking. And when you say you about to F my mother, damn, you so right, because we've been F by the white man our whole life. This is her talking. This is her tweet. This is her talking, y'all. She's the rest of this tweet is, and when you say you about to F my mother, damn, you so right, because we've been F'd by the white man our whole life. My mom is convinced I'm going to marry a white man. My mom is convinced I'm going to be with a white man just like her. Wow. Don't say we don't be leering over here. Don't be saying we don't be leering over here. These are tweets. You know, this is are not going to want to bring this up, but this is what y'all like. So y'all should be talking about it. You like to see black women with white men. You do. You know, with the Serena and Venus and Ketanji and Cam, it's all good in the hood. But when Bronny James goes with the white girl to the prom 2 years in a row, y'all have all kinds of fits. Interesting how that works out.
Here's her mom, so there is no confusion.
Woo, mommy. Yolanda Edris, yep, that's her name. You go, girl. You go, girl. He's a looker. Looking like something.
Let's keep going. She is your typical divester, already doing drugs and threesomes. She is also...
Can I bring another biatch? Let's have a threesome in 2014. You ever had a threesome with Molly and Mary? Oh, wow. Oof. 2 girls plus 1 guy equals threesome. 2 guys plus 1 girl equals a train. Woo, Lord help your people. These are old though, y'all. Her frontal lobe may not have been ready by now. Okay, I'm just saying.
Bisexual. When you are a divester, you got to be down and ready to do the most disgusting stuff in order to maintain your place with white men.
She replies to I live HQ, but if she's really bi, she won't share. She'll just be with whoever she likes more, to be honest. And then replying to Oni Lemcam, anyone that knows me knows I've been bi since I was 6'10". Y'all don't get mad at me. These are her tweets. We just reading through the tweets. Shout out to OL here on the tube.
A week before she died, she did make this comment pointing out how Miami men, not white, so she's talking about black men, beat their women. The irony of this post, because according to friends and family, this is how she was killed. She was strangled by the white...
Allegedly.
White man, then he staged it to look like a self-deletion.
Oh, wow. So Kiki Ray, whoever that is, said the update is that she was found Hanging from a tree. Now it's from a tree in Tanzania. Supposedly the Tanzanian police said she had strangulation marks on her neck, and Joe McCann, the man in the video, didn't report it until a day or two after her death. She actually died on her birthday. The Tanzanian police had to call her mother and let her know about her death. This is not false news. This is very close to accurate. Prayers to her family. That is devastating. Well, this might not be true because we heard her say that the dude called. He just didn't have any information in order to tell her. So he did call her.
This is still alleged, but they found strangulation marks on her neck, and the white man did not report it until 2 days later. He also deleted all the pics from his Instagram and has made no mention of her on...
Ooh, nigga. Wow, he got rid of the IG. Wow. Wow.
Thanks for the tip.
Wow. Joey. And you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Thank you, boo. He said, I just found out my grandma's mother is full-blown Native American, locked in and rooted. I'm also deluded with Scottish. What I am is a real Black American. Sounds like it. Child, we got everything. Child, we got everything. Shout out to Queen Lundy. You're so silly. Woo, Lord, he scrubbed the IG, yeah.
His Twitter. He is only tweeting about crypto and everything but the divester. Even though she didn't like black men, the simps tried to call other black men jealous, which is what makes this story so ironic because you had simps defending her and then you had the regular black men.
Y'all jealous ninjas, let her have her white because y'all not about to do what he did to get her, which is pay top dollar. Oh, is that a compliment? Holy smokes, there's a lot of insecure, bitter black men in this thread. I hope you both had a terrific night. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when women do it. You look great, sister. I wonder if they came back to say anything else. I'm just saying, allegedly. I'm just saying. Casey, for real, I appreciate you, boo, for being a member for 3 months. She said, this is crazy and I enjoy your content. Thank you, hon. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here for this show that we got going on. Shout out to the chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. They are half damn crazy all the damn time. And if you can't have fun here in Lear, then you can't have fun anywhere. Okay? All right, y'all. Do it. This is crazy.
And trying to warn her about white men. It says just wait a few years, but it only took a few days and her picture will be added to the list. So in total, you had black women glazing her for being with a white man, you had the simps defending her for being with a white man by attacking other black men, and then you had regular black men telling her to watch out. I guess the divester saw the comments about safety as insults or a form of jealousy. Black men tried to help her, and now she will never get the chance to play in a mixed race baby's hair. Now this video was not made to make fun of the deceased, but to bring to light the violence and murder rate divestors face at the hands of white men. As for me personally, I really don't care about the divester. I am just here to point out the hypocrisy and debunk all the myths about black men that the divester and white men put out there. White men can solve her crime and pay for her funeral. Ask them for help. Links are in the description.
Well, that's all he got to say about that. Child. Shout out to OL here on Daggone too, because woo, Lord help your people. Over here on Twitter, child. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Pause. Somebody tweeted this. I can't. Now that I made it bigger, pause. You can't really see it. But it says, what? Hold on. I need to use the restroom. Hold on. I need to use the restroom really means. And put on her lip gloss. And then she says, POV, men are losing their mind in my comments about an interracial relationship, but I just got my lashes refilled. So y'all be over there worried about her international or interracial relationship. She said, mind your business. Mind your business, allegedly. Oh, poor Nyla. Nyla need to be paid. We need to get a GoFundMe together for Nyla, okay? But yeah, y'all, this is something else. That's the latest and greatest, child. That is the latest and greatest. So allegedly, do I want to? Child, I gotta go to bed. It is 11:30. I got more to save this for tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Maybe I can do a lunch show. Cause yeah, it's already been an hour and a half. Woo! Anyway, listen. There's gonna be a lot more. Unfortunately, you know, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna save the rest of this for tomorrow. I'm gonna say that one, I don't know that it's only Joe that should be listened to. Okay. 2, I want to know why the room attendant went into a room when the room was dark and the room was locked. So that don't sound right to me, but we got to keep all these things in mind as we figure this out moving forward. The mama is married to a white man or dates white men too. This child here prefers white men. She doesn't talk nicely about black men. And she's always like white men, so there's that. I am floored right now. Joe is poor. Poors. We got a contender with y'all, okay? Joe is poor. Well, by his standards, he lost $100 million in his cryptocurrency scheme or whatever.
Thanks for the tip.
Instead of being worried about his fiance, he was more worried about trying to get his money up, which makes sense. No, it doesn't really make sense, but from a perspective of if a white man lose money, he try and get that money back. But the odds are ain't nobody gonna give him no money, especially after you lost $100 million, y'all. $100 million to him is $100 million to us, okay? Again, I can lose 100, maybe 500. Anything more than that, no. But $100 million, that is significant. That is significant. They cannot trust his judgment. No one would give anyone who lost that much money their money to manage. Yeah, they just will not. It doesn't make sense unless you're stupid with a capital STUPID. We on the case, y'all. We on the case, and the stars are not happy with the fact that you sassy straights are not supporting this. Okay. So we'll have some more of that as well. Thank you so much for another Tim Wayne. He said, hoodoo lashes though. Child, lashes are actually such a big thing and they're so damn expensive. I don't have time. I don't have time to be wasting my time nor money on none of that mess. None of it. I ain't got time. It's too much time out of life to put on makeup and whatnot. Thank you, Reaper. He said, but was the lobster good? What is the reference with the lobster and pasta? I don't get it. Who can answer that for me? Because I see y'all leaving comments talking about lobster and pasta. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I'm clueless. I need y'all to hook me up and let me know what's what. But yeah, so that's it for now. Sprinkle. Yeah, sprinkle. It's all fun and games until it's all fun and games. An all male lash business. That should be a thing. Y'all should get that together. That would be funny. Well, they would like it more if you were ABCD. You could pretend maybe. They would love that. I'm gonna tell you, they would love that. Thank you, Boo. He said, I still need to know what happened to the kids with the flies on their eyes. What? Is that racist? Just because they in Africa, you looking for the kids with the flies in their eyes that don't blink even when the fly is on their eye? That's Amelia Bedelia rhyme. Shout out to Amelia Bedelia. For those that know. It's been a long time. Shout out to Amelia Bedelia. Shout out to Live from New York. Thank you, Boo. He said, I thought he had the complexion for the protection. He does. He's protecting himself and that damn money. What you think? What you think? He trying to get it together because he ain't trying. You think he's trying to go work at McDonald's? You think he's trying to go work at He trying to get that money back because he got a life he got to live, y'all. I'm telling you, you try to make that money back. Nobody is giving him another chance. All right. Y'all, I actually have a show built for probably the next 2 days because there's no way I can get through all this. So I might be on in the morning, but I probably need to stay at the gym. We'll see. If not, I'll definitely be on in the afternoon. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that were here tonight. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to the chat. It's the best chat on YouTube. Shout out to Reaper and Wayne Lunday, stream sponsors. Thank you so much for 40 memberships. If you got a membership, just thank Wayne and Reaper because between the two of them, they take care of this channel. Thank you all so much. Again, I will be back on tomorrow, probably more in the afternoon or at 6 p.m. like I usually do on Wednesday. Keep your notifications on. That's the best way to know and take a look back. But I will definitely make sure I start putting it on the community tab as well. Like button, subscribe if you are new. Hype this daggone video. Make sure you comment. I see you all in the next one.